Hello, everybody. AFC Northerners here. Dave Green, the Browns guy, and I'm sitting on a couch, and I've got three empty spots: one to my right or your left, and two to my left, your right. The other fellas just couldn't be here. They don't really think that there's a whole hell of a lot to talk about right now. I kind of disagree. I think that we could have done a video and discussed Le'Veon Bell. We could have discussed anything going on with Baltimore, maybe the Ozzie thing, because I still haven't heard a damn thing from any one of the Ravens fans about Ozzie and what their feeling is on it. Cincinnati, they've been kind of quiet. That's pretty much what Cincinnati is in the offseason. They're very much a quiet football team. Let's talk about the combine. Orlando Brown. Wow, did he fucking suck. Gosh, for a guy to botch an interview that bad, that just kind of blows. What concerns us, though, is the fact that Darnold did not throw. He's saving it for his pro day, and we are going to be interviewing him on his pro day. We actually get to interview, and all teams get to interview 30 guys, if they so choose. I'm going to assume all the quarterbacks are going to be interviewed. I wouldn't be surprised to see Minkah Fitzpatrick, Derwin James, Bradley Chubb, Quentin Nelson. Those guys are also guys that we could see being interviewed, along with some of the wide receivers, Christian Kirk, the kid from Colorado. God, his name eludes me at this point in time. Those are a couple wide receivers that we could see being interviewed. And you could add another 15 guys onto that list. We've got a lot of options with the draft picks that we have, so I would expect Dorsey and company to do their due diligence and interview the right guys. We are 6 days away from the start of free agency, and Kirk Cousins has said no thank you to Cleveland. Narrowed his choices down to four teams, and my guess is it will either be the Jets he ends up with, or he'll end up in Minnesota. Minnesota, I think, gives him the best opportunity to win football games and have a chance at the playoffs, and not only just the playoffs, but actually playing in a Super Bowl. A.J. McCarron is definitely more than likely going to be the guy that the Browns target, and I wouldn't be surprised then to see us take a quarterback at 4. I don't think that we should be reaching and taking a guy at 1 when we could get a guy like Bradley Chubb to pair on the outside with Agba and Myles Garrett. That would be one hell of a fucking rotation, I think. Joe Thomas, he still hasn't said anything. He says one day he's thinking about it and he may not, then he may retire, then he may not retire. And he was quoted yesterday, I believe, as saying that it's like picking a college. One day you want to go to, and his quote was Notre Dame, and then the next day you wake up and say, no, I want to go to Wisconsin. So, Joe, I really would love to have you come back as a Brown. This is my personal opinion, but you played every single snap for a multi-year career and didn't miss a beat. And then you had this pectoral injury. And what a way to retire. As one of the only guys to ever play every snap in his professional career and then go out. I think that is a really interesting and cool way to do it all. So I guess we'll just continue to wait and see. He says that he'll let us know, he'll let the Browns organization know before free agency, so I'd imagine there's going to be something coming up here in a day or two. Josh Gordon is a guy we gotta get re-signed. I know that there's a lot of questions about his contract status, that sort of stuff going on with him. Exclusive rights free agent means that only the Browns can negotiate, and I would expect the Browns to negotiate and get at least a 3-year deal done with the guy. And if we do it now, before the season, before he has a chance to really blow up, we may be able to get him a little bit more on the cheaper side than what we normally would have had, or normally what we would pay next season for the guy's services. I'm drinking a beer because we're talking about the Browns, and the Browns make people drink. I can't really think of much else off the top of my head. I hope to come back here in a couple of days and do some sort of start to a free agency video, or maybe a back end, middle of it all, middle of the week sort of conversation once we get a couple of guys signed. I definitely would love to get Trumaine Johnson signed to the Browns. and maybe an offensive lineman, a tackle of some sort. They're saying Nate Soldier's going to be available. There's a kid from Miami that's supposedly going to be available, and that kid's like 25 or 26. He might be a really good addition, especially to the right side of the offensive line for us. And I think we would benefit ourselves by signing one of the wide receivers that's going to be out there. Yeah, we're going to get to all that good jazz here in a couple of days. And then got the draft coming up here real soon, a month away or so. So times are going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of rumors going around, this guy, that guy, not this guy, not that guy. It's Cleveland's layoff sort of thing going on. Unfortunately, this will be the last year I think that this will be like this for us, where I think next year it's going to be more legitimate conversation and quarterback won't be part of the conversation in it. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got from the Browns side of everything. We are the AFC Northerners, and you can check out Mark Herman, aka LA Bengal fan, on Twitter, Jan David Sutar, or New Podcast Football. Those guys are Ravens guys. And then we got two Steelers guys, and I don't know, they like to talk in the IM, but they don't really like to do videos. So, I mean, if they want, I can do a video for them, whatever the fuck. All right, well, I'm just going to sign out like we always do with fuck the off season. Hey, go Browns. Have a good one, guys.